Hey everybody, this is Drink64 and welcome to my reaction video for another episode of Pinkie Tales. This is for Shaladdin. Now, I believe the last time I did an episode of Pinkie Tales was way back when it was actually Discord Tales, the Goldilocks and the Three Bears one, and that was really cool actually. I love the style of these, I love the way they're done, plus I love Disney in general and I love the actual stories themselves. And Aladdin, for all it is probably one of my favourite Disney movies and stories of all time. Along with like Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King is definitely one of my favourites, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. I don't think they've done The Lion King before, or Beauty and the Beast, so that is something they could do for the future. But I know the one after this is The Little Mermaid, which is by far my favourite, so that's so cool. But we're going straight into Shaladdin, so I'm really looking forward to this. I'm interested to see who takes what role. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into this. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And Pinkie Tales. Shaladdin. Hey look, something that actually takes place in Saddle Arabia. Because the show's never gonna go there. Possibly.
A long time ago, in the hot desert sands of Equestria, there was a kingdom called Saddle Arabia, home to adventure, exotic treasure, and family fun.
Exotic butters.
This vast kingdom was a wonderful sight to behold. Our story begins one dark and fateful night, where a mysterious and magical cave in the shape of a giant pony head.
Okay, where it is the giant cave. And Bulk Biceps is okay, Sombra is Jafar.
Who in their right mind would wake me at this hour of the night?
The giant head said, blinking a few times before focusing her sights on the pony standing in front of her. He was a large muscled Pegasus with abnormally small wings and a vacant look in his eyes.
Oh, this is promising. What is it you want?
The Pegasus's hooves shook in fright as he glanced over his shoulder to the mysterious stallion waiting behind him. The stallion narrowed his eyes and pointed his hoof expectantly in the direction of the giant pony head.
Let me guess, darling. You want access to my...
Yeah, because I've watched a couple of other Pinkie Tales before. From what I remember, they are very accurate to the sources, which I really like as well.
Don't call me a woman.
But this whole Pointy Pony's art style is really cool. I love it.
Right here, darling. There's no need to shout.
The Pegasus glanced over his shoulder
Go
one
Bulk
more time
Biceps.
before timidly approaching the mouth of the cave.
Let's do this!
I love
He
Magpie
took a wary
Pony.
step closer, and
So
then
good.
another, his confidence building with each stride. Once he was inside, however, the cave of Rarity's mouth snapped shut. She puffed out her sandy cheeks and spat the stallion back into the air. He soared miles overhead, screaming as he did so, while the cave
Oh, Bulk
swallowed in
Biceps.
disgust.
Oh, my! That was vile! Absolutely disgusting! He tasted like mussels and sweat! No pony had better bother me again until a proper gentle colt with a heart of gold dares enter my treasure trove. And
I wonder who's going to be playing,
we must be
you know, the actual Aladdin himself.
as well.
Or the genie. Who's gonna play the genie? That'll be great.
Inside cozy by the fire on rainy nights.
I mean, considering the genie is probably my favourite character in the actual movie itself.
The cave
Robin
continued
Williams.
talking to herself as she slowly descended out of sight, leaving nothing but a giant sand dune and the mysterious stallion behind.
Huh. Well, that's something you don't see every day now, is it?
Is that
Mr.
supposed to be
Pumpkin
Brayburn?
has Darn near impossible standards.
Wow.
A loud-mouthed talking parrot perched on the back of the stallion said,
Then again, you don't see stallions like that every day either. I mean, is it even logical that all them muscles help that fool fly? You think that'd be counterproductive, what with the size of them wings?
Enough, Blago. Clearly this wasn't the correct pony to accomplish our task.
Good luck finding someone better.
I like Sombra's
Or
voice.
dumber.
Worry not. My magic will point us in the direction of this pony with a heart of gold. Victory is close at hoof, my friend.
And with that, the stallion ignited his horn with magic, and the pair disappeared into the night. The next
Okay.
day, life continued as normal for the pony.
I see Trixie in shining armor.
Deep in the heart of the city, the marketplace was alive and
Is it shining armor?
By mid-morning, the ponies had set up their stalls.
Also, is that actually Magpie Pony in the background? That's cool. And there's Flum and Flam.
As it was not uncommon for thieves to covet the many tempting exotic trinkets and oddities. One such
Yeah, that is Magpie Pony in the background.
called Shaladdin. Having been brought up on the streets with
Okay, it is shining armor.
street smarts, Shaladdin spent his days dodging palace guards and stealing the meals he needed to survive.
Wait, you mean there are ponies in Saddle Arabia who have to steal just to live? What kind of crazy backwards place is this? Why can't they just eat the grass?
There is no grass, Pinkie. This is a desert.
What does a dessert have to do with anything? I mean, I know I could
Of course you'd make that mistake, Pinkie.
Desert, Pinkie, not dessert.
Yeah, I heard you. A dessert. That's a really cute accent, you know.
I'm referring to a large, dry, barren region.
It is.
Usually having sandy or rocky soil and little or no vegetation.
I don't know what desserts taste like where you come from, but that doesn't sound appetizing at all. You haven't lived until you've tried the cake's award-winning marzipan mascarpone meringue madness. Wait here, I'll go get you some right now.
No, Pinkie.
Nice
I
reference.
need- Shaladdin
Okay.
wouldn't have
We'll come back to that
escaped
later, I'm
these
sure.
years if it weren't for his very best friend, Apul, the monkey. Of the pair of them, Shaladdin had great strength, but it was Apul who was gifted with the brains. Together, they were an unstoppable pair.
All right, Apul. Another day, another dinar.
Shaladdin said, scanning the marketplace stalls for something delicious to steal.
Do Saddle Arabian ponies use dinars? I thought we were trying not to misrepresent the culture.
And Applejack is,
Besides,
the
I
monkey.
don't think we ever ended the day with any money at all.
It's just an expression. Lighten up, will ya? I'm starving. And I've got my eye on that stall of fruit over there. Just look at all those choices, Apul. Oranges, mangoes, watermelons, cherries, grapes, pineapples.
Wait, can our climate really grow all that? We're in a desert, not on a tropical island.
Oh, look, they have your favorite.
Don't say it.
Bananas.
Oh, bananas, right. 'Cause
Yeah,
monkey-
of course.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say something else.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind. Looks like they're fresh out of bananas. Maybe we can get you a nice shiny red apple instead.
Oh, there it is. I can't ever escape apples, can I?
Apul carefully made her way towards their soon-to-be breakfast, muttering sarcastically under her breath.
They're making the element of honesty a thief in this story. That can't possibly go wrong.
She was moments away from reaching a particularly delicious-looking orange when she quickly ducked under the
And
stall.
Rainbow Dash is the sales
A
pony.
strange hooded mare had approached the assorted fruits, forcing Apul
And
to remain
Cadence.
out of sight.
Would the pretty mare like a nice, juicy apple to start the day?
Oh, sure. I would love one.
The mare said, levitating the apple from the fruit merchant and taking a bite.
Also, there was the theory in the original Aladdin that the sales pony, or the salesman,
Apul
this
laughed, still concealed
pony or
in her
character, was actually the genie. If Rainbow Dash turns out to be the genie, that'd be pretty ingenious.
He seemed rather fixated
No pun
on a
intended.
mysterious shopper who might have cost him his breakfast.
Bits? Right. I have money. If you would just let me go back to the palace, I can...
You can't pay, you say? So you're a thief then? Do you know what happens to thieves like you?
No, I can pay. I just don't have anything on me right now.
Guards! Thief!
The mare's eyes darted around the marketplace in fear. Thinking fast, Apul climbed up the fruit stand and jumped onto the merchant's head, pulling her oversized turban over her eyes before reclaiming her spot on Shaladdin's back. Shaladdin quickly knocked over a basket of mangoes, causing the fruit to scatter between the merchant and the mare. When the merchant attempted to pursue her, she tripped over her own produce instead.
Quick, this way.
Shaladdin said, leading the mare away from the ruckus.
You didn't have to do that.
The mare said, out of breath as she tried to keep up.
Don't worry about it. It's about time I got myself into trouble today anyway. I'm Shaladdin. This little buddy of mine here is a pool.
The mayor started, but was cut off when the crowds parted and a line of palace guards were waiting for them. The guard in charge stepped forward with a smug grin on
Rainbow
her
Dash
face.
again?
Her rainbow mane was only just visible under the helmet shield.
Okay.
Wait, what? But I thought Rainbow was the merchant.
Yeah.
You finally done it this time, street rats. You're not getting away so easy.
The guard fanned out her wings and readied herself to take off in pursuit.
Who said this was easy?
Shaladdin asked, turning his attention to a large cart of barrels nearby. He bounded to the side, kicked off the wall of the building, and bucked his hind legs into the side of the cart, sending the barrels toppling over the unsuspecting guards. Not wasting any time, Shaladdin motioned for the mayor to follow him down an alleyway.
See that old abandoned building? Wait there till I've given these guys the slip.
What about you?
This isn't the worst challenge I've faced.
Shaladdin said with a grin, igniting his magic and teleporting the mayor across the street and out of harm's way.
You still have magic? Why in the hell are we putting ourselves in danger every day just for a darn piece of fruit when you can make one appear?
Aw, but where's the fun in that?
There he is!
That's kind of true.
One of the guards called out.
And there's
Paul
Big Mac.
recognized the sound of the guard's voice and turned to see a familiar deep crimson coat and light orange mane.
Let's get a move on. This one's not gonna be easy to outmuscle.
The pair of friends didn't hesitate. They ran along.
And there's
the
DJ
road
Pun 3 and
past the
Octavia.
marketplace. Unfortunately, there were too many ponies.
Or Final Scratch. I've never actually decided on whether I'm actually just calling her DJ Pun 3 or whether I'm just calling her Vinyl Scratch. I usually tend to
He pushed off
alternate
hard to the
between
ground
both.
and leapt onto a nearby awning, which propelled him up onto the roof.
No, not on the roof. Rainbow will spot you in a...
Halt!
Yep, saw that coming.
Shaladdin only had moments to react before he was sure to be caught. Taking a sharp turn, he jumped back down between a pair of buildings, narrowly missing the clothing line between them as he fell. The guard, however, was not as fortunate. She flew straight into a rug, and before she could get herself free, the clothing line snapped her backwards into the sky again. Shaladdin laughed, and moments before touching the ground, he ignited his horn and teleported himself away. Moments later, he reappeared back inside.
Why didn't he do that from the very beginning?
Hunting and smiling.
See? Piece of cake. Whew.
A pool jumped down from his shoulder and looked around curiously.
Where's the mayor?
Shaladdin looked around nervously for her before racing down the steps of the building and back out into the open. Unfortunately, waiting at the bottom were the palace guards, who quickly seized him while he was distracted. The mayor in question was struggling a few feet away. Shaladdin growled and attempted to use his magic, but the strange device they'd locked on his horn prevented it.
By order of the Sultan, you are under arrest.
Let him go.
And why would I do a foolish thing like that?
Because I ordered you to.
The mayor said, pulling away her disguise. The guards around her gasped and immediately fell to the dirt road in a bow. Shaladdin quickly came to the realization that she was none other than the princess of Sadler Rain.
Yeah, I would have thought people would have noticed that even with the hood on, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, it's how the movie went, so...
She was beautiful, and he couldn't look away from her kind lavender eyes.
I'm sorry, Princess, but the law is the law, and with all due respect, we are to follow it as instructed by your father. We've been after this thief for some time now. His crimes are too numerous to be ignored. You will have to consult your father on his decided punishment.
Fine. But if I learn that you mistreat him, I will report you to the Sultan myself.
The princess declared. She gave Shaladdin a sympathetic smile, then took off in flight for the palace. Shortly after, Shaladdin was...
Yeah, of course. Oh, good job, Pinkie.
Pinkie, it's all over everything, even the story. It was an accident. Here, let me just...
No, stay back. You've done enough.
But I just want to help.
Go to the bad Pinkie corner now and take the rest of this cake with you.
I'm being punished with dessert? I'm oddly okay with this.
Father?
Okay, I actually thought I was going to stay on the story for a while.
Pushing open the throne room door to find
And
the Sultan
Twilight
sitting in
is
front of
the
his throne.
Sultan.
Daughter, where have you been? I was worried sick about you.
Sultan Sparkle said, pulling his daughter into a
Sultan Sparkle.
Father, I need to speak to you at once about a stallion taken prisoner in the marketplace.
You were in the marketplace? What were you doing outside the palace walls?
Surely the princess has good reason for abandoning her father.
A dark and sinister-looking pony said, emerging from the side of the throne where previously he had been standing motionless. He was the Sultan's most trusted advisor. Although he smiled, it was a twisted and unnerving smile, which matched the off-putting tone.
Yeah, because you totally trust the most suspicious-looking pony there.
Abandon any pony. I merely wish to experience something outside of the Stonewall prison.
But you could have been hurt.
Also, Sombra as Jafar is not what I expected. I honestly thought it would be, Discord maybe? Although Discord could be the genie, which would be freaking cool.
Ran into some trouble during her little act of rebellion. She was found with a dangerous criminal in the marketplace before his capture.
He wasn't dangerous. If anything, he saved me from a rude and overbearing street merchant. That's why I'm here, Father, to plead on his behalf. Oh, he might be a thief, but he is no hardened criminal. Even I can tell he has a heart of gold.
Sombra's eyes widened at the mention of a heart of gold. He looked away from the Sultan to the door leading to the dungeon.
I don't want any harm coming to him, Father. Please, for his act of bravery, can you not pardon his crimes?
That would be quite impossible, Your Highness. No thief can be redeemed by one mere act of kindness. The Sultan would be wise to keep the youth in the dungeon where he can do no more harm.
I'm afraid he's right, my dear. My hooves are tied on this matter. The law states that a pony must pay for his crimes, no matter his intention. The prisoner will remain in the dungeon.
Jadence's eyes watered, and she stormed from the throne room. Sultan Sparkle heaved a heavy sigh before following after her.
Worry not, my liege. You made the correct decision.
Sombra called out to him, waiting until he had left the throne room before erasing the phony smile from his face.
Rago, wake up at once!
Sombra snapped, turning his attention to the parrot still asleep on the perch beside the throne.
I never liked Bluebird.
Come, I think we have a little business to conduct in the dungeon.
Deep in the confines of the dungeon, Shaladdin found himself chained uncomfortably to the wall. His only means of light came from a small window above his head. Luckily for him, a pool was just the right size to squeeze through the window's bars and come to his aid.
How's it coming, little buddy?
Shaladdin asked, while a pool struggled to free her friend.
Well, seeing as how I'm a monkey and have no idea how to work these, hand things, not good.
Apple said, fidgeting with the...
I honestly like Applejack as Nepal. It's pretty cool.
Try to get this thing off my horn first?
Or Apple, whatever.
Apple examined the strange...
Again, it's been ages since I've actually seen Aladdin, so I don't remember a lot of the names, just some of the main ones like Jafar, Aladdin, and whatever.
Are you alright?
I absolutely refuse to say this next line.
What next line?
Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Are you kidding me? We can't advance in the story unless I say it? Consarn it, Pinkie Pie, this is the most ridiculous... Fine. Well, that was shocking.
Yeah.
Perhaps I may be of more assistance.
I'm sorry, I just love bad puns so much.
Huh? Who goes there?
Oh, just a lonely prisoner like yourself.
The stallion said, levitating a strange-looking key to the device around Shaladdin's horn, freeing it instantly. Shaladdin then used his own magic to pry open the chain around his neck.
Thanks.
You know, you're quite spry for a young stallion. I heard the Royal Guard discussing your history of dodging your arrest.
Yeah, well, it only takes one mistake to end up here, so none of that really matters, does it?
Ah, but you're wrong, my friend. Some pony with skills like yours could be of great use to me.
What exactly do you...
I know it's Sombra, but he sounds a lot like Discord and like this.
If you are willing to take the risk,
which I really like, actually. I really hope Discord is in this in some way, because that would be really cool. Again, I just want to know who the genie is. That's going to be great.
riches enough to buy a pardon for your crimes, and court the mare that you seek.
What will I have to do?
Why don't you come with me and find out?
The old stallion said, igniting his magic to reveal a secret passage hidden in one of the dungeon walls.
Really? That's how easy it is to get out of here? No wonder there's so much crime in Saddle Arabia.
Apul muttered, as Shaladdin followed the stallion out of his cell. It was just after twilight when the pair of ponies had reached the opening of the Cave of Rarity.
Twilight was there?
No, Pinkie. Twilight as in time of day. Wait. What are you doing out of your corner?
I came to
Yeah.
the genie thing yet.
You do realize that you spoiled part of the plot, right? You'll be in the story soon enough.
Me? What do you mean?
You're playing
Oh, Pinkie's the genie.
Aren't you?
Okay. Is the genie really spoilers though? Because he is one of the central characters in the whole
Casted myself as the genie.
story, so I don't know.
Character profile.
I don't consider it spoilers. He's one of the main characters along with
Well, if you let
Aladdin
me
and
continue the story,
Jasmine, so...
we'll find out who is playing the genie.
Proceed.
Who disturbs my beauty sleep at a much more reasonable hour?
The giant
Pony head.
exclaimed, looking at the old stallion
Sorry.
and his new comrade.
The cave head is Rarity? Really?
Me. My name is Shaladdin, and I have come seeking entrance to your vast treasure.
I know, darling. Ponies don't usually seek out mystical caves just to have a nice chat. Although that would be nice. You are a much better choice than the last stallion who attempted to enter my cave.
What do you mean, attempted?
Oh? What is this? Is that a country-speaking monkey? Am I really expected to allow a monkey into my treasure trove?
This monkey is my best friend, and if she doesn't go, I don't go.
Ah, how sweet! You two must be the best of friends. All right, I've heard enough. Clearly, young stallion, you have a heart of gold. After all, it must be quite challenging to care for a smelly and hairy little creature like that and call it a friend.
Hey!
You may come in, darling, but I warn you, touch only the instrument of destiny or be prepared to face drastic consequences.
The Cave of Rarity opened her mouth to allow Shaladdin passage. As he approached, the old stallion called out to him.
Bring me the instrument of destiny, and the rest of the treasure is yours.
Shaladdin nodded and began the descent into the cave.
Wait, how is that a fair deal? We were just warned moments
Yeah.
ago not to touch anything else, and this old stallion here wants the one thing we can? How is this not alarming to you?
Yeah, you worry too much, Apul. We'll be fine.
Once Shaladdin and Apul had reached the bottom of the cave, their eyes widened in wonder at the
Well, I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised that Pinkie is the genie just because she is like, it is Pinkie Tails, so she will be playing the biggest character in the story.
An instrument of destiny in these mountains of gold and jewels.
I really wish that there were songs in this, like they actually sang the songs from the story or the movie. That'd be so cool.
Accidentally stepped hoof on a strange-looking carpet laying atop the sand.
What? What's wrong?
You just touched that carpet thing. I thought we weren't allowed to do that down here.
Maybe this is the instrument of destiny?
Oh, well, I'm not exactly an instrument. I'm more of a...
Yeah.
doormat.
Fluttershy is a doormat.
Shaladdin backed away
I'm
from
surprised
the
she isn't a
edge of
tree
the
in this,
grass,
but okay.
falling onto
I
the
guess we're on a
ground
desert
and nearly
though.
squashing his simian friend.
Okay, so we found the magical carpet for this.
Scare you? Are you alright?
Scare me? No, you just surprised me is all. I've never seen a talking carpet before. My name's Shaladdin. What's yours?
I'm a doormat.
Really? 'Cause you look like a carpet to me.
No, I mean my name is Doormat. Oh, wait. Who said that?
Oh, that's my friend, Apul.
Shaladdin said, turning to the side for Doormat to see the monkey on his back.
A monkey? Oh, how adorable. Oh, and she even has a little fez. Aww.
Would you like to come with us? We're looking for the Instrument of Destiny.
I would love to. I think I know where that is. But you can't get there on hoof.
Well, obviously you can fly us there, right?
Yes. I guess I could, but I'm rather afraid of heights.
A paw
Yeah, of
was
course.
armed from Shaladdin's back.
How about you get us as close as you can, and we'll figure it out from there?
I can do that.
Doormat said, allowing Shaladdin to settle on top of her. She levitated herself off the ground slowly and flew off in the direction of their prize. After a long cautionary flight, mere inches off the ground, they arrived in a separate section of the cave where large stone steps led to a glowing pedestal above.
Well, this is it.
Wait, if we're underground and it's dark outside, how is that pedestal lit up?
Come on, Apul. Let's just get this Instrument of Destiny and get out of here.
Shaladdin said, ascending the stone steps with a pool on his back.
And it's a
As they
tuba.
reached the top, Shaladdin paused in surprise.
The Instrument of Destiny is a tuba.
Of course it's a tuba.
Before Shaladdin could say another word, the tuba
Yeah,
began
he didn't
to
even rub it.
move on its own. From somewhere within, a pink cloud of smoke.
This is gonna be good.
forth, carrying with it a magical genie. Ta-da! So, you are the genie after all.
Duh. I'm like the
Yeah.
person for this role.
Yeah.
Maybe Discord, but he's still in trouble.
Yeah, after the whole Discord Tales thing that was supposed to be Shaladdin, but they totally trolled us.
I wasn't gonna play the part.
Ugh, no wonder all those other narrators quit.
Did somebody summon a genie by blowing into the Instrument of Destiny?
Yeah.
No?
Oh, oops. My bad. I'll just wait until you do that then.
The genie said, disappearing back inside the tuba. Shaladdin looked at Apul, and then back at the tuba, before pressing his lips to the mouthpiece and giving a mighty blow.
Shaladdin, I'm so happy you've released me from my musical prison at last.
How do you know my name?
Magical intuition, of course. It has nothing to do with the walls or the number 4. Anywho, you're probably wondering who I am.
You're a genie?
How did you know? Was it the narrator?
I love the fourth wall breaking in this, I really do.
Don't blame me.
It's so good.
You just said it yourself a couple seconds ago.
Oh, that's right. Well, here I am, the genie of the Instrument of Destiny, otherwise known as a tuba. It's a pun, you see, but that's not the best part. I'm a wish-granting genie, and you get 3 wishes. Wait, what is that?
The genie asked. She disappeared momentarily, only to reappear again next to a pile of treasure that included a large, sparkling sapphire.
Shiny.
The genie said, reaching out a hoof.
Wait, don't!
Apul cautioned, but she was a second too late. The genie picked up the sapphire and admired it in the torchlight.
Yeah, good job, Pinkie. You weren't even supposed to touch anything.
Was not to touch my treasure. Oops. but it was so shiny, and I couldn't help myself. Oh my! Look.
You dumb genie.
Losing.
Run!
Shaladdin called.
Technically, though, they didn't touch the treasure. It was Pinkie.
So, Apul reached out and clung onto Dora.
But that was pretty dumb.
Aimlessly as they ran.
Fluttered. I love puns.
Yeah, and take a
By the time
doormat
they
with
reached the
you.
base of the stone steps, the cave of Rarity had already closed her mouth and descended back into the sand. Looking around them, Shaladdin realized the caverns of vast treasure had all disappeared, leaving nothing but long, empty chasms. He and his friends were stranded hundreds of feet below the surface.
Well, that's just great. How
Yep.
in the hay are we supposed to get out of here?
Oh, I know. Doormat can fly us out.
I'd really rather not fly that high.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had a height problem. Knew I should have made you the tiger. What?
Well, I do have 3 wishes. Maybe I can just wish us out.
Or, use your unicorn magic, which is always conveniently forgotten.
Oh, right.
Shaladdin said with a smile. He ignited his horn, and in a flash of light...
Yeah, that seems a bit easier than wasting one of your wishes, Shining Armor. Oh, Shaladdin, sorry.
I'm the genie! I'm the only one who's supposed to have magical Ricket powers and save the day! You just light your horn and poof? Like that? What's the point of having a genie? What's the point of having a magical talking doormat that can fly but doesn't want to?
I guess that is true.
Now be a good little poor pony and wish
We're actually gonna get a song.
you can woo the princess!
Shaladin, Apul, and Doormat stared at the genie unblinking, unsure what to say.
Wish it!
Okay. I wish I was a prince.
Okie dokie dokie.
The genie exclaimed with glee. She waved her hooves dramatically and conjured a great cloud of pink smoke. When it cleared, Shaladdin could see his appearance was drastically altered to reflect that of Saddle Arabian royalty. Although he wasn't a fan of the pink-centric color scheme, Shaladdin beamed from ear to ear.
What in the hay did you do to me?
Shaladdin turned around to see his simian companion was no longer a monkey. Instead, she had a purple scaly body with a stubby pointed...
So Spike is like the transformed Applejack.
Top of her head to the base
That's
of
great.
her tail.
You turned me into Spike?
Shaladdin's a prince now. He needs something cooler than a monkey for a pet, don't you think? What's more princely than a dragon?
I think you're adorable.
Maybe next time you won't suggest some pony use magic to upstage the only magical pony in this story. Besides the bad guy.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah. Also, Applejack's voice coming from Spike's body just sounds weird. No.
Genie, come here.
What?
You're dragging this out longer than it needs to be. We need to move on.
But narrator.
And you're turning a pool back into a monkey.
Aw, do I have to?
Genie.
Fine.
Sombrar!
The princess called, storming down the palace corridor towards him.
I just spoke to the royal guard, and they informed me that you personally escorted the prisoner from his cell. What have you done with him?
Your Highness, it is my duty to uphold the peace in Saddle Arabia. I merely carried out the stallion's sentence.
Sentence?
Yes. You see, the stallion was...
Swallowed by a giant pony head in the middle of nowhere.
What?
He just... Princess.
What? You were there! You saw him get eaten!
Brago started, but was swiftly cut off when Sombrara's magic snapped the parrot's mouth shut.
I'm afraid I must inform you that the stallion was... banished to the desert. I don't make the rules, Princess. I merely enforce them. We can't go changing our bylaws because the princess felt bad for the street urchin.
But the scorching sands of the desert stretch on for miles. It's a death sentence.
A tragic yet necessary part of Saddle Arabia's prosperity. Besides, you have far more things to worry your pretty little head about, Like your lineage.
He's right, my daughter.
The Sultan said, entering the throne room with his escort of palace guards. His ears were matted against his head.
I have promised the ponies a decision will be made before tomorrow at sunset.
But father, every stallion asking for my hoof were all egotistical brutes only after the throne. How could you expect me to choose one of them to wed?
With all due respect, Princess, we cannot simply wait around for some pony to burst into the palace and declare they have found your true love.
Wow, this guy's a jerk. Well, I guess he was always a jerk in the story anyway, but...
burst open, and a strange pink pony pushed a large cannon into view, aimed directly at the Saddle Arabian throne.
Told you.
Your Royal Majesties, and creepy advisor stallion and annoying talking pigeon.
Hey!
May I present to you Princess Jadence's true love?
The pink pony said, igniting the cannon which promptly exploded into an array of balloons, confetti, streamers, and a regal stallion standing atop a magic flying doormat. The stallion soared across the room.
I like how the
doormat
carpet's screaming as well.
the entire way.
My oh my, who is this?
The Sultan exclaimed, taken in by the flashy entrance.
Oh, hey, it's that Shaladdin kid. He must have found the genie and gotten out.
Hush, I must learn who this Shaladdin is.
Are you kidding me? You don't see the resemblance? It's Shaladdin! Look, I can see that monkey's tail coming out from under his turban.
Give it up, cousin. They'll never listen.
Your Majesty, my name is Prince Shining Armor.
So they're actually still cousins in this.
Request the hoof of your lovely Princess Jadis.
You certainly know how to make an appearance, young prince. Come, meet my daughter, the rarest and most beautiful flower in all of Saddle Arabia.
Shaladdin bowed before Jadens and kept his eyes locked on hers. She looked so different from the runaway he had met on the street, but her striking eyes remained as hypnotizing as he remembered. Shaladdin was frozen in place, unable to summon the right words to greet her, in fear of her rejection.
Princess, you are indeed quite lovely. I wish I knew what to say.
Having unwittingly used his second wish, Genie poofed.
Wow, Shining Armor just seems as awkward as he was in the comics.
I have traveled a great distance and faced many obstacles to ask you this one question. Will you marry me?
If you think I can be won over by
Also, Pinkie's in his ear.
then you are a fool. Unlike my father, I am far from impressed, Prince Shining Armor, and I refuse to remain in the company of those who would trade my marriage like wares in a marketplace.
Princess Jadens exclaimed, taking off in flight back to her chambers in a huff.
Well, there goes one of the only good cannon ships.
Yeah.
Hours later,
Oh
in the
dear.
courtyard below Princess Jadens' balcony, Shaladdin was pacing back and forth.
I mean, Fluttershy just kind of captures my reactions just like that.
And ultimately, her approval.
Genie, what am I going to do? She'll never give me a chance now.
Aw, cheer up, Shaladdin. There's way too much fan art and merchandise of you two for this not to work.
Genie said, mindlessly blowing balloon animals that would then come to life.
I don't think she was too keen on the meet and engage thing you had going on there.
Excuse me, little Miss Sour Apple, but for your information, all the best fairy tale princesses get the girl that way. Just ask Prince Dash or Prince Charming. They meet, they kiss, they marry. Ooh, you just forgot to kiss her. No wonder it didn't work.
Maybe if I go up there, just explain how I feel. She might not hate me.
Got you covered.
Genie said, magicking a giant heart-shaped hot air balloon with a picture of Shaladdin and Jadens kissing.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be needing your help for this one, Genie. Not that your magic isn't great. It's just that, Doormat here said she really wants to help me out.
I do?
Of course you do. After all, every pony has to conquer their fears eventually, right? All you have to do is fly me up to the balcony. I'll do the rest.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Aw, really? But look, it even says she disapproves.
I'll tell you what, Genie.
This is great.
I'll use Doormat's help this time. And then when the princess is in love with me, I'll use my last wish to set you free.
I mean, I know they're together in canon, but I'm not one of the people that properly ship them together, like, so much.
Now let's just think about that a little bit, Shaladdin. I'm not sure the world can handle Genie's,
I mean, Flutter Code, there's a ship that I can get behind, and Rarity Dash, there's a ship that I can get behind, but, you know.
Standing atop Doormat and guiding her flight to the balcony above. Princess Jadens had shut herself in her chamber since the display in the throne.
So, Rainbow Dash
Her
is the lion.
favorite pet, Ranger the tiger, was close at hoof.
Or tiger,
There was
sorry.
Something that could cheer up her princess.
They're expecting a decision tomorrow, Ranger. This is why I tried to leave in the first place. Oh, I can't marry one of those brutes and allow my father's throne to be misused for personal gain.
Ranger suddenly leapt to her paws and growled lowly in the direction of the balcony.
What is it? Who's there?
Jadens wondered aloud. She crossed the room and opened the door.
Are we gonna get a whole new world to happen in a minute?
Following close behind.
Definitely sounds like
Standing
it.
alone on the balcony was
Yeah.
Prince Shining Armor with an apologetic grin on his face.
Hello again, Princess.
Oh, okay, they actually said
Please
Shining Armor.
forgive my intrusion. I just...
Shaladdin was cut off when Ranger pounced, claws swiping at the intruder.
Ranger, no. Let me handle this.
Ranger? As in Rainbow? She's the tiger too?
Yeah.
Know how much it costs to turn you into a monkey, or Rarity into a giant talking head?
I can see the point.
Princess, please, let me explain. I'm very sorry.
I mean, the amount of work that must go into these videos definitely seems like a hell of a lot, so kudos for that.
That didn't seem like a stumble to me. It seemed like a proposal.
Believe me, Princess, even I don't know what I was thinking. I only wanted to say the right thing, and it got a little out of hoof. Please, give me another chance.
Though she wanted to turn the stallion away, there was something strangely familiar about this prince. She nodded her head curtly, much to Ranger's dismay.
Aww, she's so beautiful.
What is that?
Oh, this is Doormat. She's a magical flying and talking carpet who just so happens to enjoy animals and hate heights.
A magical what?
Yeah.
Here, let me show you.
Oh my god, we're gonna get a whole new world.
Stand on a magical talking carpet.
I don't think they're gonna sing, but it would be cool.
My first impression of you wasn't correct. You're not a selfish, egotistical brute. You're just insane.
Don't tell me you're afraid.
Afraid? Why would I be afraid? I have wings. I can fly perfectly well on my own.
This can't be the worst challenge you've faced.
At the mention of those words, Jadance was reminded of what the poor stallion in the marketplace had said. She gave the prince a closer look, seeing the resemblance in his coat and mane, and ventured to guess that this was indeed the Shaladdin she had feared.
Yeah, I mean, the mane really should have given it away right off the bat, but okay.
Shaladdin smiled and helped her onto Doormat before the three of them flew from the balcony into the night sky. There's something magical about flying Doormat rides over a moonlit city. In the span of a few minutes, her mind and her heart was changed about Shaladdin, and she embraced feelings of oddly placed romance. Holding each other close, Shaladdin and Jadance sang the woes of the lives they had led, and the bright future they could foresee together. As their love blossomed, Shaladdin debated whether or not to tell Jadance the
Oh, we're not gonna hear the really cool song.
Was, but fearing he may lose her, he decided.
I will admit, the music in a lot of Disney movies is probably some of the best music ever, in my opinion, just saying.
The happy couple to the princess's balcony, grateful to be on solid ground again. Before it was time to leave, Shaladdin pulled the princess into an embrace.
Here I was dreading the decision I was forced to make, and now I find myself rejoicing in it. I must find my father right away.
Jadance said, taking off from the balcony in flight with the brightest smile on her face. Moments later, Genie and Apul joined Shaladdin on the balcony.
You did it! Aw, look at you. I bet your heart is all a flurry. Get it?
Very
Yeah.
She's the pony of my dreams, Genie, and I could never have done this without you.
I have so many plans for my magic now that I'm gonna be free. I can throw the biggest party in pony history and invite everyone. Well, I don't know about the narrators. They don't really seem like the party type. Maybe I can make things canon. Ooh, like Princess Big Mac. Wouldn't he make the most amazing princess ever?
Genie, wait.
What is it?
I'm not so sure I can keep up this charade on my own. Jadance still thinks I'm a prince, and the only thing I have to my name is a fancy title and some nice clothes. If I can't convince the princess that I'm royalty, I don't have a chance.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I might need to hang on to my third wish. For now.
But you... I thought... You can't!
Wow, even I think that's cold.
Apul said, Doormat agreeing with a soft nod.
Oh, come on, guys. You can't blame me for being worried. I don't want to lose her.
Fine. If you need me, Master, I'll be inside the tuba. And if it sounds like I'm crying, I'm not. I'm just fine-tuning the instrument. So there! I knew I should have made you make me a pinky promise, even though you have no idea what a pinky is.
The genie said, disappearing back into the tuba in a huff.
Looks like you're out of luck, Prince Shining Armor. Or should I say, Shaladdin?
A dark voice said somewhere behind Shaladdin.
Okay, that was a bit
Flash of
sudden.
light, Shaladdin was transported to the throne room of the palace. His fine robes had become rags again, and his friends Doormat and Apul were being restrained by the Saddle Arabian Guard.
Stop squirming, you little pest!
The rainbow-maned guard said, trying
Two
to
rainbow
hold them
dashes.
still. Brago chimed in, looking from the guard to the tiger and back.
None of this makes a lick of sense anymore.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
In the confusion, Shaladdin's tuba was
Applejack and Brayburn just totally winning this over for me.
Remaining castle guard, Sombra held the tuba up in the moonlight with his magic and gave a mighty cackle of joy.
At last, the instrument of destiny is mine. You bring me the Sultan and the princess, and you detain the boy. The last thing I need is for some pony to decide to be stupid and heroic.
The Saddle Arabian guard didn't hesitate and carried out Sombra's wishes. As they did so, Sombra blew into the tuba mouthpiece, summoning the genie. A great flash of light and smoke appeared from within. But rather than the genie, a large sign hovered in the air in her place.
We're sorry. The genie you were trying to reach is unavailable at this time due to Shaladdin being a big fat meanie.
Of course.
Apologize. Blow the tuba once. If you are evil and trying to take over the world, blow in the tuba twice. Thank you.
Enough of this. Genie, I am Sombra, your new master, and I demand you appear before me to grant me my wishes.
Does that mean you wish to see me out there?
Yes. Wait, no, that's not what I...
Too late. That's one wish down, two remaining. Who said you have to be a witty young stallion hero to outsmart the big bad? Wait, what did you say your name was? Sombrero? Like the hat?
Enough!
Yeah.
I am the master here, and you will do as I say.
The palace guards returned with the Sultan and the princess, both of whom protested angrily, but were unable to sway the guards' objective.
There's no use.
Did they just break their horns? God damn it.
Stallions answer only to me now. All it took was a simple brainwashing curse, and their feeble little minds were mine to control.
No! Sombra, you traitor! Yeah, isn't it weird that the bad guy already has magic to do stuff like that, and yet still thinks he needs a genie to take over?
Genie, for my first wish.
Second.
Yeah.
I wish to be the Sultan of all of Saddle Arabia.
Okay.
Sombra and all the ponies in the room waited in anticipation of a large display of magic that never came.
Well?
It's done. What, do you want a parade and a lavish musical number? Because we didn't have time to do that for the good guy. What makes you think
Yeah.
you're gonna get it?
You won't get away with this, Sombrar. I refuse to obey a sultan like
I mean, I guess they do have to condense all of this down into,
Little Shaladdin, I had almost forgotten. Your charade ends at last.
I mean, this one's just under an hour, about 55 minutes, so...
I believe I wouldn't recognize you when you came parading back to Saddle Arabia.
You didn't. I did.
And what must the princess think of you now, Now that she knows you are nothing more than a street rat plucked from the marketplace and conned into getting me the tool I need to take over her father's throne.
I already knew who he was.
Wait, what?
You don't think I could forget you this quickly, do you, Shaladdin? Once I saw you on my balcony, I recognized you. I knew you were only pretending to be a prince to bypass the law of my father.
Smart girl. Don't see many of those in the older Disney movies, do ya?
Yeah. That is actually very true. Well, good job, Pinkie.
Prepare to face the most powerful ruler in all of Saddle Arabia!
Sombra ignited his horn and stamped his hooves on the ground, causing it to quake. Every pony, including the guards, lost their balance, giving Shaladdin the opportunity to escape. He raced towards the princess, only to be thrown in the opposite direction.
Oh god, giant black gummy.
A tail that appeared between them.
That is terrifying.
Oh my. Is he a giant alligator? A giant baby alligator.
That's it. I quit.
Yeah.
You made the bad guy turn into Gummy?
Please, he's not gummy. He's got teeth. See? Really sharp ones, too. Shaladdin's doomed. Popcorn?
Sombra snapped his teeth at
Okay,
Shaladdin.
Applejack is probably the best character in
He
this.
stepped away
Just
from Sombra's continued attacks, but knew eventually Fatigue would spell his doom.
I don't know about you, but I'm betting on the alligator.
Brago said, joining Jeannie and snacking on the buttery treat she had conjured.
Brago, you too?
Way I see it, cuz, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Ain't I supposed to be evil anyway?
Yeah, till the sequel when you get redeemed for no other reason other than you wanted to keep Gilbert Gottfried around.
That's so true. The Aladdin sequels did kind of suck in my opinion. I don't know, I never watched them after number 2 and they got so damn boring. There were a lot of shitty Disney sequels.
Not true, Sombrar.
No idea why there was 4 Cinderellas, I think there was 4. 3 or 4.
Than you will ever have. Once I get my hooves on that tuba and wish for the powers of a genie, I will defeat you.
Don't just go shouting your plans, Shaladdin.
Trust me, little friend.
You do have a point, but I'm afraid you shall never have that chance, you fool, for it is I who will use my final wish to become an all-powerful genie!
So is that like you wishing it, or just giving a play-by-play of what's going on in your head?
I wish for you to make me into an all-powerful genie!
There it is. I knew that first one wasn't like an official wish.
Consarn it, Pinkie, just do it!
Apple said, seeing the way her friend was tiring in his attempts to dodge the giant reptile's attacks. The genie nodded, and the room flashed with a burst of magic, transforming Sombra from alligator to a menacing genie with eyes that glowed and magic like great plumes of black smoke.
I can feel the power coursing through me. No pony will ever be able to stop me now.
Shaladdin raced across the room while Sombra was distracted, following the black...
And yeah, there's even a sombrero.
He skid to a stop in front of a large Mexican-looking hat.
You get it? Now he's a Sombrar sombrero. So
Yeah.
That's right, Sombrar. You do have all the magic, but you can't use it. As a genie, you are bound to follow the whims of a master. Whichever master dares wear this, hat.
What?
For my first and only wish, I wish for you to banish yourself from all pony kind, somewhere far away, where no pony nor creature will ever find you again!
Sombra growled in protest, but his magic ignited, and with a resounding boom he disappeared, taking the strange hat prison with him.
Okay, so the sombrero's gone. Poor sombrero.
Would have saved everyone the headache of a sequel. Sorry, Brago. Guess that means you don't.
Yeah, that's very true. I do wish that a lot of the Disney sequels had never existed. That is a problem that can't be undone.
Like the guards. I never liked that guy. Too brooding, too obviously evil. I like the subtle things. You'll give me a chance, right, Shaladdin? What about you, cousin? We are kin, after all.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Ooh, burn!
Shaladdin reared on his hind legs and aimed a spell towards Brago, who screamed in protest.
All right, I'm going. I'd rather be a Western pony stereotype than a bird anyway.
Brago said, fleeing from Shaladdin and his friends in a hurry.
Shaladdin!
Jaden's
I love the fourth wall jokes in this, and just a lot of the jokes in this are really cool.
An absolute catastrophe. To think all these years I trusted him to... Why, Jaden's my dear. Can it be true? Have you finally decided on a suitor?
But, Your Majesty, I lied. I'm not of royal blood.
Father, please. If you want me to be happy, abolish your law and let us be together.
Shaladdin, my boy, you have proven to be brave of heart and noble of spirit. I could not have asked for some pony better to wed my daughter and bring her a lifetime...
Also, I don't understand it. Why is Twilight the father in all this?
abolished.
Why Twilight?
The two lovers rejoiced and locked their lips in a romantic kiss.
Does he realize
I have no
that
idea.
Sultan Sparkle's an alicorn and probably will live forever? And so is the princess, so there's really no need for an heir.
Yeah.
You fourth wall breakers and interrupting the love scene.
Shaladdin nuzzled Jadence, but pulled away with a small grin.
There's just one thing left to do. Genie, I use my third wish, and I wish you free.
Oh,
Genie let
oh,
out
poor
a
Genie. That was probably one of the saddest scenes as well from the movie. Was
bouncing off the walls in a flurry of
you know, saying goodbye to the genie.
with no limit to her power.
Plus add to the fact that he was voiced by Robin Williams, and it just made it all the more sadder now.
And we're doomed.
Applejack totally beat that for me.
Pumpkin, I'm so glad I finally get to tell you the real story. Sweet
Yeah.
dreams, my little ponies.
Screw you, Discord.
All next time for some more Pinkie Tales.
I think next time it's The Little Mermare as well, so yay, my favourite Disney movie of all time is getting done. I'm so excited for that, but this is really cool. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. But yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. Again, it's very, I don't know how to say it actually. It's very close to the source material as well, though. It was exactly how Aladdin went, and honestly it was even better in my opinion. Well, kind of. Both Biceps was great though when he was in it though. And yeah, The Little Mermare. I am so excited for that. Okay, so yeah, that was Shaladdin. It was actually surprisingly long, actually, 55 minutes, gosh. But I really enjoyed it, actually, very close to the source material, just like Aladdin, one of my favourite Disney movies. Next time we're going to be getting The Little Mermaid, or The Little Mermare, which is going to be really cool. Again, that's my favourite Disney movie, has one of my favourite Disney songs of all time, one of my favourite Disney villains of all time, so I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, who the hell's going to play Ursula? I'm really looking forward to that. Could be anyone, honestly, and who'll play Ariel, who'll play Sebastian, who is such a damn good character. But Under the Sea, again, is my favourite Disney song ever. It's so damn good, and it's just such a good film. If you guys haven't seen it, what the hell are you doing? If you guys haven't seen any of these old Disney films, what the hell are you doing? But that's so good, man. Like, they really just need to get on with doing like The Lion King, doing The Jungle Book, doing Beauty and the Beast. There's so many that I don't think they have done that they need to get doing, because I know it takes a while to do these, but they should be working on them. To be frank, they should get to them eventually, and that's be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so excited though. I love this series. It really is a hell of a lot of fun. But I am going to end this video here because I don't want this to run over an hour. It probably already has. I don't really like that, but anyway, I really like this. I'm looking forward to the next one. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.